Good morning. I wanted to have a little chit chat. I just woke up and I'm having my coffee, so if my voice is still waking up, that's why. I just wanted to give a PCOS hormones update, have a little chat. I know that a lot of my subscribers don't watch these types of videos, but I find that new people will come across these videos just from like searching. So just in case you are new here, hello, my name is Melissa. I make lifestyle content here on YouTube. I do have a full playlist with all my videos about PCOS and hormones. I'll link that up here just in case you want to know more about like my journey, my experience with it, everything that I've tried, more about my symptoms, all of that. I do like to take a holistic approach wherever I can. One of my most frustrating symptoms has been hormonal acne, and I've tried almost everything under the sun to try to get rid of it. So I'm not looking for recommendations, please and thank you. I have found certain things to help for a bit, but nothing long-term or anything that's made like a huge difference. The thing with my skin, I'll go through, like my skin will break out pretty bad and then it'll clear up and then it'll be okay for a while and then it'll break out again. So it's also hard to know when things are working because my skin just, no barking please. Look at her. There's people in the hallway. She's trying to guard the house. Just relax. So my skin just has a cycle of its own, so it's hard to know when things are working or not. But recently I decided to try spironolactone. It's actually a blood pressure medication, but it's pretty commonly used as acne medication now in females because it blocks excess androgens, which can cause acne and excess hair, like body hair, which is also another thing that I've experienced, which I'll talk a little bit more about in a second. But I did a bunch of research on it beforehand. I watched a lot of videos, read up on different people's experiences, and it seemed like most people had a pretty positive experience, minimal side effects, and pretty effective. So I was excited to try it. I've been taking it now for just over 2 months. I think it's been 7 weeks, I believe. And I have mixed feelings. I have a few things to say. I started off taking 25 milligrams. I was on that for a week, and then I went back to the doctor and asked if I could get bumped up to 50 because I had never heard of anyone taking just 25. Most people take between 50 and 200. I think it's milligrams, mgs a day. So I started taking 50 and I have been on that for 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks. And I'll show you guys a video of my skin right when right when I started taking it. This is a pretty bad breakout for me. My skin doesn't normally look like this. This happens like every once in a while. Obviously my skin looks a lot better, but it's still not fully clear. I also don't know if this improvement has anything to do with the medication because like I said, my skin just has a cycle of its own, so it's hard to say. I do feel like at this point, like most people said it took them a couple weeks to notice a difference. Some people said it took up to 3 months. So like a part of me wants to stick it out, but I have noticed a couple side effects. So one of the main things they tell you to look out for is lightheadedness because medication does mess with your, it's a diuretic, so it can mess with your, what's the word I'm looking for? Your electrolyte balance. I didn't notice any lightheadedness for like the first month. I only started noticing it maybe in like the past week or two. But sometimes when I stand up, I feel really lightheaded and dizzy. And so I think that's probably from the medication because it's one of the like main symptoms that, or side effects that some people experience. It only happens like once or twice a day. It's not anything like super intense, but it is something that I noticed. The second thing that I've noticed, which I was fully unaware of, and I'm not 100% sure it's related to the medication, but like I'm pretty sure. I have noticed that I have way more noticeable cellulite on my legs, like my upper thighs, my butt, like the common areas. Cellulite is completely normal, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's not something that I am used to having, and it just happened all of a sudden. Obviously, if I could choose to have it or not, I would not want to have it. I think it probably has something to do with excess estrogen now, because estrogen can cause you to have like more weight in like your hips and your thighs and cellulite and everything. Cellulite is also pretty strongly linked to hormones. I think that's like one of the main reasons why you can get it is like a switch in hormones, which is what I've done by taking this pill. And so now So I had no idea that this could be a side effect. But the other day I looked up spironolactone and cellulite. I found a bunch of Reddit threads. I feel like that's where you find everything. I found several people were talking about how they experienced the same thing. It just happened really like very suddenly. Some people noticed it like a few weeks in, which is like what I experienced. Some people said they had sudden weight gain like 3 months, 8 months in. And they said they couldn't get rid of it after. So now I'm just like freaking out, and I don't really want to keep taking it because I think, what if I suddenly gain a bunch of weight and accumulate more cellulite and then I can't get rid of it? It's just like, it never ends. Like, the frustration I feel, like I just can't catch a break with this. It's so frustrating. Like, I feel like I'm out here trying everything and nothing is working for me. I've decided that today I'm gonna go back down to 25 and I'm gonna finish my bottle, but I don't think I'm gonna continue taking it just because I'm too scared about those side effects continuing and getting worse. I was expecting my skin to look better at this point as well. I don't know. But also I was hoping to notice a difference with body hair as well, because that is something that people take spironolactone for. A lot of women will get like excess facial hair. You can get it on your abdomen, your chest. I've been doing laser for the past year. I also did electrolysis for a short period of time. So I used to get like treasure trail. Electrolysis works so well, and it permanently gets rid of the hair. Laser's not actually permanent, but it hurt so bad. It was torture. The most painful thing I've ever done, and super expensive, more expensive than laser, and there's a lot of downtime, potential for scarring. Like, it took like a year for my skin to get rid of like these like red dots everywhere. So I didn't finish with that, but very effective. But yeah, I've been doing laser now for a year on like the bottom half of my body, and again, just like very mixed results. Laser is also super expensive. I've spent thousands of dollars this past year, and it has been a game changer in a sense. My hair grows back a lot thinner and slower. It's really helped out my skin because I have really thin skin and coarse hair, which is the worst combination. Anytime I shave, I would get razor burn, razor bumps, ingrown hairs, and then I would get scarring. It was just like this whole thing. It used to be so bad. So it has really helped with my skin, but the amount of hair has not changed. I don't know. I think I've done somewhere between 6 and 8 sessions. Like, at this point, I should have a lot less hair, and it's fully here. That is another thing where I don't want to stop doing the laser sessions, because I think some people require like 10 to 12 before you see full results, and then you do just like touch-ups every year. But like where I'm at now, I feel like I need to go every 2 months still. The hair will go away for a little bit, and then as it's getting closer to the like 2-month mark where I need to go back in for another session, like all of my hair is back. And I feel like that's not how it should be. That could also be a hormonal thing too. So I was hoping that this medication would help with that, but I think you have to be on the medication for a lot longer before you'd notice results with body hair. But I just don't know. I'm like, do I stick it out? The pros and the cons, they're like sitting here for me. Oh my god, Teeks. So that's where I'm at right now. To be honest, I'm feeling pretty disheartened. I was really hoping that this medication would work well for me. I feel like every time I try something new, it's like light at the end of the tunnel, and then the light goes away. So it's kind of back to the drawing board. I'm gonna make a new plan. Like, I am so determined to find something that works for me, and I feel like all the girls that I know that also have PCOS are the same way. It's like we're just like constantly trying everything we can to like figure out what will work. And it's tough because there's not one thing that's gonna work for everyone. Spironolactone might work really well for you. I don't wanna say like don't try it, but just for me, not the best. But yeah, besides that, I'm not really taking any supplements currently. I think I'm gonna start back up. I just didn't really want to be taking supplements along with the medication. I didn't know if there was any like interactions. There was a couple things that you can't take on it, but I think I'm gonna create a new herbal routine and try that again. Another one of my main symptoms is lack of period. I talk about this all the time. I actually got my period like pretty quickly after I started spironolactone, so I thought that it would maybe regulate my cycle as well. Actually, let me see. Okay, I'm on day 30 now, so like if I was actually gonna be regular, I should be getting it any day. But I have like a 60-day cycle right now, which honestly is a lot better than what it used to be. Like every second month versus like twice a year. Anyways, I don't know if the spironolactone actually had anything to do with that, but possibly. But yeah, gonna go back down to 25 milligrams today. Probably start incorporating herbs. I don't like saying herb, it sounds weird to me, but when I say herb, people get mad. I just say herb. But yeah, I think I'm gonna start back on herbs because I have found some that work well for me. And one thing that I do, I'll take it, and then once I like get my period and the bottle's done, I stop taking it. So maybe I just need to be more consistent with that. But yeah, I haven't really found anything that like helps with my skin internally so much. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Definitely check out the other videos in my playlist because I might cover them there. If you've watched all those and you still have questions, you can comment down below. And that is just the little update for today. I'll see you guys next Monday. Until then, have a great week. Want to say bye, Tika? Say bye-bye.